As an adult in a school setting, keeping our students safe is the most important responsibility we have. That's why we've made this video discussing the crucial topic of adult sexual misconduct in schools. Sexual misconduct is preventable, and we're relying on your help to protect our students. Thank you for your attention as we discuss important warning signs, reporting responsibilities, and the legal ramifications you need to know about.
At school, you're surrounded by adults all the time, and you think they're supposed to know what to do. What's right, what's wrong, it's easy to trust them.
Honestly, I didn't know anything was wrong at first. We just had a lot in common, and she was easy to talk to.
I was scared to say anything. I thought I'd get in trouble or something bad would happen.
An estimated 1 in 10 students will experience school employee sexual misconduct by the time they graduate from high school. Sexual misconduct includes any behavior by an adult who works with or for a school or other educational organization directed towards a student with the intention of sexually arousing the staff person or the student. It isn't always obvious and often begins with seemingly innocent behavior that pushes boundaries and grows over time. In North Carolina, sexual misconduct with a student is a felony. While offenders represent a small percentage of school staff, it's critical for all adults in a school setting to recognize the signs of abuse and report what they see. Watch closely. What signs do you see?
I always liked Coach Thompson. Everybody did. He won awards at all these other schools, and some of his kids had gone scholarships to play in college. When he offered to give me lessons one-on-one, I was excited. He said he saw something in me, like I could be a great player. He believed in me more than I believed in myself. I started staying late after school. Sometimes we'd do drills, but then sometimes we'd just sit and talk. About basketball, what I wanted to do, schools, stuff like that. I thought it was kind of weird when he asked me what boys I liked, but I figured he was just being friendly. Like I said, everybody liked Coach Thompson, even my parents. They told me that it was a good opportunity and not to mess this up. Sometimes he'd make jokes or say things about how pretty I was. I didn't know if you should be saying stuff like that, but it didn't seem like a big deal. I mean, it was kind of flattering. The first time he put his hand on me, I didn't know what to do. But someone did. Phil's the guy who cleans up around school. He saw what was happening and said something. Because he spoke up, I was able to get the support I needed and move past what happened. Not everyone's that lucky.
Offenders are often likable and respected members of school staff. They fit no stereotype or expectation. Any adult who witnesses signs of misconduct has a responsibility to report, whether directly involved in the situation or not. In North Carolina, an administrator's failure to report sexual misconduct to the State Board of Education within 5 days is a felony.
Music's like my favorite thing. It's always helped me when I was going through stuff, like when my parents got divorced. When I got into Miss Brooks' class, I was surprised when she let us play music during readings and breaks. And it was stuff we liked, not like what you think a teacher would listen to. I had this one playlist I put together. Miss Brooks liked it. Asked if I could text it to her. I said, yeah, and eventually we started texting about different songs from time to time. Artists we like, that kind of stuff. Eventually we started texting about other stuff. Usually at night. One thing led to another, and we started sending pictures too. By then, I wasn't even thinking about it like she was my teacher. She just made me feel special, like someone got me. My mom found my phone while she was cleaning my room one day. When she asked me about it, I lied at first. I didn't want to get Miss Brooks in trouble. I thought that because it was just pictures and messages and stuff, it wasn't that big of a deal. But my mom helped me see that maybe it was just the beginning of something else.
Misconduct isn't just physical. It can involve texting, social media, or other forms of communication. Patterns of misconduct often grow slowly over time and can begin with actions that may not seem inappropriate at first. Educators and staff must establish appropriate boundaries in how they communicate with students and avoid unnecessary personal discussions.
I don't really have a lot of friends, so when he started paying attention to me, it really felt like something. He was my math teacher sophomore year, and I thought he was cute from the first time I saw him. He asked me to be his teaching assistant that year, and of course I said yes. I liked to be around him. He made me feel special. He could tell. And he never acted like he minded. We would text sometimes, usually nothing about class, just about life and what I wanted to do and why he never saw me sitting with other kids at school. He would buy me lunch sometimes when I couldn't afford it, gave me gifts sometimes too. I felt like I owed him. He told me I would get him in trouble if I told anybody what he did for me. After a while, it became hard to focus in class. My grades started to drop. I never talked to him again. I still wonder where he is sometimes.
Offenders often target people they feel are vulnerable because of issues or challenges in their personal lives. They may give a student special attention to gain their trust and affection. If unreported, many individuals offend multiple times before they're stopped. Knowing the signs of abuse is the first step in preventing it. Warning signs of abuse or neglect include changes in behavior or school performance, such as a sudden drop in grades, loss of interest in school activities, or truancy. Sleep issues, such as nightmares, insomnia, or excessive fatigue, or statements about running away, someone talking about or making plans to run away from home. unexplained injuries, such as bruises, burns, bites, broken bones, or black eyes that lack a clear or consistent explanation. Injuries with patterns, such as marks or bruises that form shapes, like belt marks or handprints. Frequent injuries, someone having multiple injuries over time, especially if the explanations seem implausible. Behavioral indicators. A child or adolescent may flinch, shudder, or shrink away from physical contact. They may be fearful of going home or of certain individuals. Developmental delays, such as delayed physical or emotional development, like speech disorders or delayed cognitive skills. Extreme behavior, such as excessive withdrawal, fearfulness, anxiety, depression, aggression, or oppositional behavior. Lack of attachment, such as indifference towards parents or caregivers, or a lack of a healthy bond. Self-esteem issues, such as extreme low self-esteem, self-blame, or an overly critical self-view. Advanced or inappropriate sexual knowledge or behavior for the child's age. Physical symptoms, such as pain, bleeding, redness, or swelling in the genital area, or sexually transmitted infections. Emotional symptoms, such as withdrawal, depression, anxiety, fear of specific people or places, or sudden changes in behavior. Difficulty walking or sitting, avoiding certain adults, or changes in self-care, such as paying less attention to hygiene, appearance, or fashion than they usually do. Poor hygiene, someone being consistently dirty, having bad body odor, severe dental issues, or unwashed clothing. Malnutrition, such as constant hunger, hoarding food, being underweight, or showing signs of dehydration. Inadequate medical care, such as unmet medical or dental needs, frequent illnesses, lack of immunizations, untreated injuries or conditions. Absenteeism, frequent or prolonged absences from school, or arriving at school early and leaving late, as if avoiding home. Behavioral extremes, such as being overly compliant, passive, or withdrawn in behavior, or overly aggressive or disruptive in behavior. Additional indicators for adolescents include substance abuse, like the use of drugs or alcohol as a coping mechanism, risky behaviors, such as engaging in unsafe sexual activity, self-harm, or running away, or mental health issues, such as signs of depression, anxiety, eating disorders, or suicidal thoughts. Not all signs are clear indicators of abuse. Each child and case is unique, so it's essential to approach them individually. If you suspect any form of abuse, seek help immediately. Adults who engage in misconduct or fail to report it face severe penalties, including termination and criminal charges. Any signs or concerns of inappropriate behavior with a student should be reported to school administrators immediately, following local policies. You can also report via the Say Something app. When you make a report through Say Something, your identity is kept confidential. Here's what this means for you. Your identity will be protected and only shared with those who need to know to handle the situation. You can feel safe reporting concerns without fear your identity will be exposed to others. And knowing who made the report helps authorities follow up and take the right actions to address the concern.
Now that you know the warning signs and the importance of boundaries with students, we're calling on you to keep your eyes and ears open and take responsibility to report misconduct. To ensure you have the information you need to help protect our students, a brief quiz accompanies this video. Thank you for your time and attention on this most crucial topic.